Welcome everyone, my name is Jack, and this is Software Inc. It's a tycoon or simulation game where you're building up a software company and developing software, and there's many of these games out there, especially game development ones. You pick a game and you pick some people to go onto the team and they put some stats towards it and you try and make the best game you can, you sell it. Those games are kind of simple. Software Inc. takes that and just goes for miles with it. This game is so deep and I am really enjoying it. The things I like about it is that it's not just games, it's all types of software. And you'll see that in a moment, but like operating systems and visual and game engines, and then you can use your own game engines to develop the games. But then also stuff is like, I can make an MMO game, and then I could connect it to one of my servers, and I got to make sure that I have enough servers to run the game for just like pop. That, like, the level of detail they've got in this game is really, really cool. Pretty sure it's a one-man show, but it's a small team nonetheless. We're going to probably play quite a few episodes. It'll be a series. I wanted to show off the game to you. I can't show all the features at once, so I thought doing a series is the best way to do it. We're playing the Early Access Alpha 5.2. It's in the bottom right there. And we'll just play, I'll do an episode a week or whatnot, close to that. And I'll just show you my progress throughout the game. And each week I'll probably try and focus on one of the new topics or concepts that are in the game. There's just so many, it's going to be kind of hard to cover them all in one video. So we're going to start a brand new game. I've played about 4 hours of this so far, and I feel like I've got the start of the game pretty much nailed. I say that, but you know, that's a long shot, nailed. We're going to skip a couple of the tutorials. I'll explain it myself. But one of the things I've been thinking a lot about was the difficulty I want to play on. And there are 3 difficulties. There's easy, medium, and hard. I've played both on easy and medium. I have not done hard. Easy, it's nearly impossible to go bankrupt. Medium, it is very easy to go bankrupt, and then hard is just brutal. I want to play on easy, and even though I do like a challenge in my games, the last time I did a Let's Play series where I did a medium, or the harder one, essentially, was XCOM. If you've been with the channel for a while, you know that did not go well. About 20 episodes in, we just got hammered and the series had to stop. And that was really sad and frustrating. So I think I'm going to go easy. I probably will play in my own time on medium and have that challenge, but that means I can spend a bit more time with it. I think easy will make sense for this series. It will allow me to just focus more on the features and the fun that I can have with this game, and then we can still look at how the game can become difficult. But also, yeah, easy I think would be better. The other one is days per month. So it works in a cycle, and we start in the year 1980, and you can change that. But we're going to start all the way back in 1980 and work our way through time, which I think is really, really cool. And you can choose the number of days per month. Now that has really no effect other than how fast you do work. So the less days, work is done really quickly. So I was playing, I guess at 8, I had 7 days. So I had like a week was a month. So 7-day night cycles. But work was actually really slow. So most people recommend 3 or 4. So I think we'll go with 3. Like, it doesn't make, I could go 4 and say each one's a week or something, but hey, we'll just go with 3. And we know that each month will be 3. And it'll stay in the top of the screen when we get into it. And we're playing free play. Our starting money, we'll leave it at $10,000. I think we can work our way from that bare bones. You can go to 5. Wow. Forest or city, it just shows you where you can create, because you know, even building the building. So in the other game, I'm just going to rant about how much I enjoy this game and how excited I am to play it. In other games, you'd be given an office and you can click the upgrade button and then you get a better office. In this one here, we have got like the customization of like the Sims building engine. I think that's the best way to describe it. A lot of people who have played The Sims would be like, I know how this is going to work. You're building out that. You can just design the rooms, you can choose where the doors are, the windows, you can have multi-stories and basements, you can have multiple buildings if you wanted to. Awesome. So city, we could go city. I'm going to go forest because it's a lot more open. We got I think much more room to play with. And we can kind of think it's like, oh, it's a lovely new estate in Silicon Valley and new studios, that kind of thing. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool. So company name, actually we'll start with the founder name. So founder's a special character. He doesn't have all the effects as other people, because people are hungry or thirsty, need to go to the bathroom. Your founder's a tank, he just rocks on through it. So I'm going to call myself Jack Honeycomb. Oh, actually, we'll call myself, I was going to go Honeycomb because I thought Honeycomb's a cool name. Let's go Jack Attack. That's my name. My company name, how about Plan of Attack? That sounds kind of trendy. Or I could go like Attack Studios, but not really important. It's just a name. And it will show us who we are throughout the game. We've got a lot of customization here for every little person I'm running. We can change the hair color and all sorts, but I'm going to just change it. There's 2 types of hair. I'll change it to the full. I'm going to go with long pants, but shirt. And let's change something that's a bit closer. That looks more like my skin color. I have to click apply. I keep forgetting I have to click apply in this game. Now, there is no music to this game. If you're wondering if there's no sound, There is absolutely no music. There are some sounds in the game, but oh, hold on, these are my pants. We won't probably get to them, and you won't hear much of them. But that's all right. I think it's fine without. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I want to make myself orange. I think orange is a pretty orange and grey. I think that looks pretty cool. There we go. I'm going to be generous and optimistic, and this affects your team dynamics. When you're hiring people, thinking, how people work together as a team, it's pretty cool. My skill, I'm going to be really good at leading a team and programming, I think. Maybe just more at leading and less at programming. But also designing is important. Less programming. I'm just not going to be an artist at all. And it affects how fast and amount of quality the artist can add to the product. Yeah, I'm not an artist. I'm not going to be too much of a marketer either. Okay, there we go, that's good. And then I can use my specializations, like coding or designing, where am I better at? I'm going to leave it at 2D. Maybe the code is 3D. It doesn't matter for art because I have no art skill anyway. I think this is it. Plan of attack, Jack attack. Let's start the game. Rightio. So again, as I said, we'll skip some of the tutorials just because I've explained them and I can go through it at my own pace. And I think that'd be a lot more fun. So let's go Another. Cool. So here's our interface. I'm going to pause time. It just jumped time there because I've got the mode on where if nothing happens during a day, it skips to the next day because you can click a button to do that. And that's kind of probably a downfall because you just skipped the whole day because nothing happened. But that time is probably not an issue for us right now. So here's the little beautiful land here. I love the graphical style. I think it's really cool. And there seems to be a tilt shift effect, which is really nice. So what we've got is we've got a main road here. And if I jump into build mode, we've got this little bit of land. And we can actually increase that. It's like $4,000, I think, a row at the moment. And we've only got $10,000. So we're going to build a tiny little office. We'll put our founder into it, and then we'll take some jobs, which would be pretty cool. So let's start by building a little office. I'm going to build it back from the road. He can just walk across. So that we have to be at least 2 by 2. And I think just a small room to start with. And then we'll build up a bit of money, and then we'll build a bigger room, and we'll have a team in there. I think the small room then can be like a marketing room. So looking at the cost, I'm going to go for that one there, 1440. We'll put that in. Cool. Now, rooms have stats. This is where I thought the game went ridiculous. If you look in the bottom left, the amount of light, the environment quality, the amount of noise, and the temperature. I love the detail. All right, so I'm going to put a door in. Let's put some windows in as well. And I can hold shift, so put the multiple in at a time. All right, we're up to 111 lux, which is the amount of light, essentially. That will go up as the time increases, because if I go back to here, it's currently 7:02. I can play time. Oh, wait, it might skip it because there's no one here. I'll leave it paused for the moment. It's automatically paused in the build mode, which is really cool. So we can actually pop down walls. Oh, the amount of control is amazing. I can switch up and down floors and I can actually go underground. You'll hear some sounds in a moment. It's very quiet, like drain pipes and stuff. But I think later on, because no one wants to work underground, but we're going to build server rooms down here. How exciting is it? I'm excited. That's probably just me. Now, the cool thing is we have this cool radial menu, and depending on what we've got selected, we can do different things. And what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to select the room patterns. And so the exterior, I can actually customize how this place is going to look. So I'm going to do that. And it looks all right, but then I can also go colors. And this has actually no effect on cost, which is, I think that's okay. I don't think I need to worry about cost. It's just a cosmetic thing. I don't think I think it's cool because the people in the world won't care either, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna put that blue and an exterior. We want some kind of weatherboarding. It's just even a grey. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay. So now it just makes it a bit more appealing to us. And the cool thing is we can right click on that and go set as default style, I think. And then other buildings, we can just say apply default and that will just carry across. So what does a room need? Let's drop the walls in a moment. What a room needs, firstly, is a radiator. So radiators heat up the room in winter. Actually, we need to put the walls on so we can actually see where it's going. So there's the radiator. And then also we need ventilation, which actually doesn't appear on the other side of the wall, which I think it should. I think it'd look cool if it did. That keeps the room cool during summer. And they've got also stats as well of how well they're working. And we'll need to get mechanics to fix them over time. What else do we need? We need a table. And we'll probably need more than one. But let's just put in... I'm going to figure out how I've set up this room. Let's put in the one at the moment. We'll put a cheap chair in, and we can upgrade this later on. And you'll notice how, I think if I can... See how it sticks to the table? It's for you need a table and a chair for someone to work there. And the last thing you need is a computer. This is an old computer. It's $500. Drag it so it selects the right way for the person to use it. Bam, we've got a little desk. What else are we going to put in there? We're going to put a light in. Okay, so I put 2 in. I probably only have to put 1 in. But now it's up to the 400 lux. And I think that's the optimum lighting. You'll see there's modern computers that come out in 1990, and then hollow computers would come out in 2020. So I think as time goes on, you can get better tech, possibly. We've got some lamps. Now, there is coffee, toilets, fridge for food. So those are the 3 things. Food, drink, and the poop machine, as the toilet is called. Those things are really important. But I don't think our founder actually needs them. He gets coffee, but maybe I'll put a coffee thing in for it just for him. Maybe later on, when I put someone else in this room, they'll definitely need the coffee machine. So we will, might as well put the coffee in now. We'll just chuck in some really crappy instant coffee. So there it is, lovely. We've also got things to make the room look nicer, which I think is cool. So let's put in a big plant in there, I guess. And then we got a clock as well. I don't even know if the clock is useful or not, but yeah, there's a clock. And then servers later on as well. There's a reception desk, you can hire receptionists, all that kind of stuff. All right, so day is still paused, awesome. What else do we need to worry about? Well, when we start the game off, you can build software, but there's loads of other companies that are in this game as well, and I think that's the cool thing. So these are, here's all the companies. It's actually quite a few. There we go. You can see their reputation, if they're bankrupt, how many products are released. Wow, this one's released 76. That's a lot of products. Look at them all. Wow. Most of them are pretty average. These are all the software which are out. But what we can do is we can either develop our own, but that takes a long amount of time. Probably should just disable all. The reason why I'm not disabling all the tutorials is that I might actually come across a thing which I haven't actually hit the tutorial for yet. So I'm just going to disable them as I come across them. But instead of doing those to start with, we'll do a contract. And a contract is kind of like a one-off job. And a lot of the other game simulators have this. It's like, I just want to do some quick work, just give me a way of getting some straight money. So we've got a bunch of contracts we can take in. All the windows are resizable and draggable. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm really enjoying this game. So I'm going to switch it possibly by income. And we can have a look. I think 2 months is a good amount. And these two here I can look, okay, so this one here needs these features. The features aren't too important, but the things to look at here is it requires 9% of the work is by an artist, and we're not very good. 2 recommended, well, that we don't have 2. This one's 1 artist, but 100%. Well, that's not very good. How about these ones which are 1 month? 9%, 0. Here we go. Here's something we can do. It's only for $5,000, but hey, we've got 7,000, so that will increase it. It's 1 person, no artist. So we need required quality is just great. And that's important because the more time you spend on something, the better it will be. It isn't like you need to try in other games, like you have only a certain amount of time and you need better people to make it better. This one here is you can have crappy people, but spend a really long amount of time to make it amazing. But in here, we're just going to go to great. We need to remember great. Up front, we're going to get $1,000. When it's done, we get another $4,000. We get a penalty if it's late, and per bug, we get $11. And you'll see the development cycle, how it works in a moment. Now, the cool thing is, I don't know how much you guys know about programming, but I do programming as my day job. I work in computer science education, so I deal a lot with teaching people how software engineering actually works. Even though I haven't had a job really in a software engineering front, I've started doing some big projects at my work. And one of them uses a source control and source control management. So if you've heard of Git or GitHub, or not SourceTree, it's Bitbucket. That's the one. SourceTree is the product. It's a system where all the code is in one place and a large team can work on developing code faster and more efficiently. That's probably the most simplest and probably not a very good explanation of it. But think of it like this. If you have 5 people and you want to write a document, it's not a good idea for one person to write one and then copy it to a flash drive and then hand it to everybody and then everybody do their changes and hand them all back. Because everyone would have changed different bits and you'd be like, oh, we need this part from this. And it'd be so confusing. There'd be all these different copies of the file. Source control says there's one copy on the server and everybody changes that. And it kind of like, and then when 2 people do change it, it figures out, or you can tell it which one to take. It's kind of like if you've used Google Drive or something where multiple people can edit a file at once, but it takes it to the extreme. I hope you guys are enjoying more how realistic this game is, and I'm going to enjoy probably explaining some things about it as well. So we can implement source control, but we need to have a server for it, and a good server at that. And we're not going to do that. Servers are expensive. I'm going to probably do a whole episode on servers, and I'm really excited to do that. I'm going to make sure I don't get further than the features in my own game than I am in this Let's Play series, because I don't want to be like, oh, I've already experienced this. I want to experience it the first time with you guys. So let's accept the work. Let's not take this tutorial. I've done this one plenty of times. So great was the quality we're wanting. And possibly that's what that blue line means that I've just clicked. So we got $1,000 for accepting the contract. And now we've got the Chicken Fan project. That's what it was called. We're in the designing phase. So you design something. So think of like brainstorming and planning. Then you've got the alpha development. So you've got doing the first wave of development. Then sometimes you've got beta development and then bug fixing, and then you'll finally release it. It's assigned to the core team. So let's look at our teams. Teams are different groups of people, and you can have multiple teams, so they could all be working on different things. So currently the main one is core. It's just me. I come in at 8 and I leave at 4. You know what? We're not leaving at 4. We're leaving at 5. We're working harder. And currently, I'll drag that window. There we go. Automation. I think they just do whatever they want. Oh, we can enable project management. What does that mean? The team leader must have taken a course, HR management. Do they develop their own people? Wow. Project management. I'm looking forward to figuring out what that is later on. So let's play the day. We'll speed it up a little bit. Now we're waiting for people to come in. Now, I don't know if I'm going to turn up at work today. I am. Oh, here I am. Here I am. I'm 20 years old. Oh, it's so good. I'm 100% happy. Oh, I'm into the office. And... right. I'm starting to design, and you probably hear it if I zoom in. Tappity tap, tappity tap, tappity tap. I love working. So, we're going to play... okay, so here's the thing. If we have coffee here, he wants to get coffee, so he's going to make his coffee. Wow. So how much time of the day we're wasting? So is coffee a good thing or not? Look, he's got a little coffee cup, and it's steaming. Anyway, so the design is going through it, and we need to have grapes. So I'm going to fast forward it to the fast speed. And I'll slow it down as we need to. So presume that we have to get over that blue bar. The blue bar looks like it's 100% actually. Okay, 100%. Very good. Now the cool thing is I'm actually going to pause it. This is what I think is really cool. I think it replicates the real world in a way. We have done 100% of what we need to do. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that little notification. There we go. If I leave him and don't tell him to move to the next phase, he will start over-engineering. Like he'll start being, oh, we should add, oh, I should do this. I want to put this in. Oh, we should redo this and stuff. And it's actually going to make the product worse than it originally was. Like, it not what was desired in a way. So, what we'll do is we'll click on develop. And we will not do this, but we're in the alpha stage now. And he's just working. This is a pretty simple program. So he's going to work away. Needs to get up to 100%. Cool. 5 o'clock, end of the day. He's going home. Next day, cycle comes in. So he's going to come back to work and we'll wait him. So we can see the monthly profits that we lost a bunch of money so far this month because we constructed a whole lot of stuff pretty much. So speed things up. And this one here at 100%, is he going to stop? No, there we go. Okay, so there's a delay, which is just an amount of time, I think, for figuring things out. It's a random amount of time each time. Okay, then we're in beta, and we're fixing all the bugs. All the bugs are fixed. He's just chilling. Let's release. Bam. I'm going to pause the game. We got it. There was no penalties. We got $4,666. And we actually go look at our contracts, and we can see here that we did it a month early even. Wow, that's pretty good. Is there another one that we could do possibly for a little bit of extra money? Yeah, here's one here. It's actually not that much money, but it's only 3 o'clock, so you can spend an hour of it. I think actually taking work at different points of the day is actually kind of important because the months left. Yeah, so I had 1 month to do it, but because we're actually ticked over into the next month, it's already gone down. It's interesting. I feel like maybe it should be months from when you've taken that date, but anyway, maybe you should say days left or months. I don't know. It works out fine. Okay, let's develop that because we got to 100%. We've got plenty of time. We're not going to be late with this. We are playing on easy, so it's much easier, and I think that's going to make it a lot more fun. All right, promote that. Fixed it all, released it. Wow, we did that really quick. Okay, so we got $17,000. What we could do we have any more cheap contracts? 20% artists. I don't want to really do one with which take any artists because we're going to probably suffer from it. How about what we do? This could be a bit crazy, but let's release our own software, and we won't make it amazing. So, developing our own software. Different types of software. I think more come as the game moves on. But the first one that we really do is a visual tool. So a visual tool, it's like Photoshop or some type of image manipulation. And we can randomly generate some names. So vector scan. We'll go with that. That sounds good. Actually, we could create our own one. What about image sculptor? That's what sculptor. I don't even know if that's how you spell sculptor. I feel kind of bad now if I've spelled it wrong. What about something else? image, let's call it something boring, image creator. And we can have new product lines later. So what we can actually do is we can make products SQL to other ones and they build off them. And I think that keeps the reputation, or tries to keep the reputation between those products. But we'll see how it goes. Image creator, we'll make it our first one. You can make it open source if you want. So that means the product would be free and you'd get popularity and it would put a strain onto your competitors, but you get no money from it. In-house means that you don't sell it. It's only for you. But we probably don't want to do that. The only thing I think I'd want to use that for, which in the tutorial it says, is a game engine. You make a really good game engine and then you make awesome games with it. But nobody else can get that game engine because you're not selling it. I think that's cool. It doesn't need a server. We're not using source control management. We need to put an operating system in. So these are current operating systems that exist in the world, or in this virtual world, essentially. So what we need to do is we need to pick one or more systems to put our like, stuff onto. Now, one thing which I think is interesting is that it says that when you do an operating system, it does it for that one and 2 back or 3 back. I think it's 2 back. It's for 3. So if I did penstop X, even though it's 16%, hopefully it means that it'll also work for penstop X2 and penstop X. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. This one's made a lot of profit. Now, one thing we've got to check for, though, is look at the release date. So this is fairly new, like really new. So hopefully it's still going to actually sell lots more. It's quite popular, but there's a license cost. Now, I'm pretty sure I only have to pay that license cost once, because when I do another product, I don't have to pay it again, which is quite nice. So I'm actually going to go with just penstop X. It's $8,000. It's a lot of money, though. Maybe it's like 3,000 more. And we've only got 17,000. But we could halt development and do some contract work if we need it. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay. So currently it says our OS coverage is 16.37%. And I find it weird because we've got, maybe we do have to put both of them in there. But now license cost is ridiculous. How about we just do it for 2? So we've got large OS coverage and lower license cost. Okay. Image viewing. It has to be able to view images. That's what visual software is for. QA is quality insurance, to release a more stable product or fix bugs as customers stumble into them. It's kind of like offering support. But we won't put that in just yet. There's no dependencies. Our team's doing it. Let's develop. So now what we'll do is I'll run it in normal time. You'll see this thing go up really slowly, and we can go into development whenever we want. But it means that we're stuck at the expected quality. And I'm not probably going to go for outstanding. Outstanding's all the way at the highest. It takes a long time to get there. I'll just go for great. And then later on, we'll just try and continuously, I like continuously releasing outstanding products, but it might not be the best way to go. Like when you look at everybody else's software, great, outstanding, mediocre, bad, horrible, like people are releasing a bunch of horrible software. It's interesting that right now I could just release software with what I've got. It'd probably be absolutely horrendous. So you probably notice that there's some stains in my room. See over here, like these marks? They're footprints. The room is getting dirty. How awesome is that? I didn't think this would blow me away as much as it did. Oh, I can toggle lamps on and off. That's nice. I can put, this room's not assigned to anyone, but I can actually go. Now it's the core room. How cool is that? So, room is getting dirty and the footprints are based off the traffic. Like it's not dirty over here. It's actually dirty where he's walking. I think that is awesome. So you'll notice that this percentage here, the environment will be going down as he walks around. So it's 57, and he'll get up again and move around, and it'll go down a bit more. So what we can do is we can manage staff. We can hire some staff. Now we could hire cleaning staff to come in every day. However, it costs $1,000 per month. And so every day they would come in. Oh, we're up to good already. Wow, we're actually churning through this. Let's go to great. I'm going to slow down time a little bit so I can talk a bit more. $1,000 per month. We'd actually be needing to making a lot of sales. We're not going to do that. For most of the time, we're just going to manually call it in. So we can, $50 per hour, it's a lot cheaper, especially compared to $1,000. So that cleaner's going to come in. It'll arrive in a moment. There are. And the person's just to come in. It's going to sweep the floor, and you'll notice the percentage of the environment's going to go back up. Back up to 99%. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got great software. I think that's good. Let's go into developing. I kind of want to get this software out. Just something's out there. On medium difficulty when I was playing, I was actually struggling to get a single sale on the first couple of products. I couldn't get it. And I had to do a lot of contract work, a lot of marketing, but then I finally managed to crack it and I started selling stuff and I was fine from then on. But man, it was really interesting just to have to get to that first point to crack it. I think we'll release the software and see how it sells, and that might be the end of this first episode. And then we'll look at building up teams and stuff. Okay, so we're getting up to great. Cool. Right, let's promote it. We're into the delay phase, and then we'll be in beta, fixing all the bugs I made. Oh, it's the end of the day. Let's wait till we get back tomorrow and fix the last bug. I don't want to release it with that last bug. There will also be bugs that people will find. Okay, 12 bugs. What we're going to do is we're going to release it. Now, do we want to start a marketing campaign? Marketing is crucial to success. We definitely want to. Now, we can advertise it on the internet, and that's always free. We can do it on the radio at a bit more cost, newspapers, and television. I might put in some radio. Let's start off with a bang. Let's do it those two and start the campaign. So he is going to do some marketing. My founder sucks at marketing. There's a net cost here. I don't understand how it works. I don't know if it's like his work, like I'm paying him currently, so the net cost is actually I'm not making any sales because that just seems to always go down. But hey, we'll see how it works. Distribution channels is a way of you selling stuff. So it's essentially all the stores. If I click on this one, active, I currently sell on 3 digital stores, which is pretty cool. There's actually a bunch of physical stores as well, which are quite popular. And I can choose to release with them, but I'd actually have to pay. They'd get a revenue cut, it looks like. Yeah, it's quite high. And I have to pay a release cost as well. But they're quite popular. And maybe over time that will change. I can also set up my own distribution channel with my own server. Like I can make the new Steam essentially. How cool is that? I think that's rad. So let's churn through the day. Getting towards the end of the day. Right, he's going to head off home. He's going to catch the bus home. Wait for the bus to arrive. Wait for the bus to arrive. Okay, here it is. He's going to jump on the bus. So in a moment, the day will switch over. There we go. Cool. So we got some sales. We got $2,180 worth of sales. Currently, that's not very good because we invested like $5,000 into the licenses. But, oh, product has been reviewed as well. Where's my guy? Oh, they're not time to come here. Oh, I can minimize the window. How cool is that? Product's been reviewed. We highly recommend Image Creator. They say good things come in small packages. Image Creator is taking graphics to new heights. That's pretty good. And we can look at the business section or the industry section or just things about me. That's pretty sweet. Gonna come to work, bro? Yeah, keep working. This room is getting pretty foul once again. So let's call cleaning. And then I'll just do the 2 days of work marketing. I think over time I'd actually want, I like to have full-time marketers just constantly marketing products. But it seems like things fade away after a while. So he's going to go home. I'm going to end this. And let's see how much money we made. When he gets home from work. Okay, so we made a bunch more money. That's cool. So that kind of equals out that license cost. I don't know why the last six months, the stuff that was previously, don't jump into there. Interesting. I wish I could see more, like I could break this down more into having more months and choosing the months I want to see, because it's kind of hard to, oh, there you go, it fixes itself, very good. I want to see more stats, especially money related. But I think the game is just, it's setting itself up some real interesting things. So we currently got $15,000. We can switch over to our releases and we can see interesting. It was quite interesting. It was great quality. We were in the inventor. We paid $82 for the license. Interesting. Profit. We're still negative 901. Maybe what we should do is we should continue to market it, but just market on the interwebs. On the interwebs. And so if he comes into work, spend a day working. Hopefully, because we can make some money, because we're not wasting money on radio anymore. And it's got some popularity. It's already up to interesting. If we can make it into a profit, that'd be really good. We can actually trade the IP and we can sell it to another company. But I don't really want to do that. I want to make this an amazing IP. What I want from you guys, though, is some names for software. I think that'd be really cool. For different names to... Oh, wait. We're making profit now. That's pretty cool. I would like you guys to create up names. So we got audio software, operating systems, and games. I would love to hear some different names for software. I think that'd be really cool from you guys. I can incorporate them into my Let's Play. I think actually this was a good idea to let him keep working on marketing for a while. You'll notice that our gross is actually going up by quite a bit, which I think is really cool. Well, guys, I think this is going to be the end of the first episode. Image Creator has been released. We've got some money coming in. We've got $18,000, so we started on 10. So we nearly doubled our starting money, which is pretty cool. I think what we'll do is we'll hire another employee and look at the whole hiring of employees and how that works, look at dynamics of people. There's some really interesting things that come into play there. Scores and even the hiring process has a bit of detail to it. And then we'll look at building some bigger software, maybe looking at a sequel to our image creator. I would like a better name though, guys, so please suggest some new ones. And yeah, then we'll go from there, and then we'll go for bigger teams, and then possibly even go for a bigger building as well. Exciting times. I hope you're sticking for the long run. It's going to be lots of fun. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.